Hello, I am Lizzy with Long Distance Gamers, and today we are talking about Pandemic. What do I think about it, and more importantly, how does it play remotely? Now before I get started, there are two different sides. The random side, which will control the game. They will be the side that has the copy for sure, and they will set it up like normal, and then be able to tell the remote side how to set up their copy, if they have a copy. The remote side can or cannot have a copy. If they do have a copy, we will be going over how the remote side sets up and how the remote side plays. As you can see, the random side has already dictated what diseases are placed. For the player deck, we separate them into piles. We have our events, our virulent strain and emergency events. If you don't want to play with these, you could just have the stack of the green epidemics, and then a stack for each of the colors of the cities. And then we also have each of the players' hands over here. If you have the colors, you put them in here. If you have more than one color, you just stack them so that it's easier to see. This is especially important if you only have one copy, as everyone would need to be able to see easily what everybody has. And then if you have events, our group just puts them underneath the player card that it's applicable to, and then you're off. While you are playing, you just need to vocalize what you want to do and what you are doing. So if you are the scientist, normally you can just go around and say, okay, I'm done, whenever you've done whatever you want to do. However, with everyone needing to update both sides of the boards or all sides of the boards, you do need to vocalize a little bit. So you can say, I'm just going to drive to Chicago and then to San Francisco, and then I'm going to spend my third and my fourth action to treat disease in San Francisco. That way everyone can update their boards accordingly, and then you can go on to the next phase. So the random side will go ahead and pull the player cards for you. So they can say, okay, so you have red Ho Chi Minh. So you'll pull out the red deck, go through and find Ho Chi Minh. There it is. And then you'll add it to your hand. And then they will pull the infection deck, which I do not keep track of, being the remote side. However, you could, if you wanted to, set them up at the beginning in the different colored sacks. I just will pull the diseases as applicable and place them. And that is how you play Pandemic remotely. As you can see, it is mostly identical to in-person play. The biggest issue you will come across is communication. You have to be able to communicate what you want to do instead of just doing it. That does bring about the alpha gamer issue. However, that is a gamer issue, not a game issue, so hopefully your group won't have that. Another big issue you might come across is the quality of your camera. As you can see, my quality is still not great, so it's kind of hard to see the names. So if someone, especially if you don't all have a copy, say, hey, I want to go to Baghdad. There are 3 cubes over there. How do I get there? So you can say, okay, well, you're the scientist, so you have Algiers. So you could get there, so you could discard Algiers, and then spend a couple more actions moving, and then you can treat. This also leads to more alpha gamer issues. What do I think about the game as a whole? I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite games. As far as, is it number 1? You'll just have to wait and find out. However, to play it remotely, it is almost flawless. Especially if everybody has a copy, you barely notice the camera's there. I know my group forgets often. So hey, communicate, have fun, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you.